The outbreak of World War I in 1914 marked a turning point in global history, reshaping political alliances, economies, and the lives of millions. While political leaders and military strategists made critical decisions, bankers also played a pivotal role in shaping the financial landscape during this tumultuous period. This video explores the outbreak of World War I from a banker's perspective, delving into the financial intricacies and challenges faced by financial institutions during this era-defining conflict. 1. Pre-war financial landscape. In the early 20th century, European economies were intricately connected through a complex web of financial relationships. As banking institutions fostered cross-border investments and trade, they unwittingly became entangled in the geopolitical tensions that eventually led to the outbreak of war. 2. Global financial networks. International banking networks, centered in major financial hubs like London, Paris, and Berlin, facilitated the flow of capital and investments across borders. Bankers, driven by profit motives, often operated independently of political considerations, leading to a scenario where financial interests transcended national allegiances. 3. Impact of political tensions. Rising political tensions in Europe created an environment of uncertainty. Bankers were faced with the challenge of navigating this volatility while maintaining the stability of financial institutions. As diplomatic relations soured, the financial world became a microcosm of the impending conflict. 4. Mobilization of capital. The outbreak of war prompted governments to mobilize vast sums of capital to fund military campaigns. Bankers played a crucial role in underwriting government bonds, facilitating loans, and managing the financial logistics of war. The war effort required unprecedented financial resources, transforming banks into key players in the global conflict. 5. Impact on investments and trade. The declaration of war had an immediate impact on investments and trade. Bankers had to grapple with the abrupt cessation of international commerce, the devaluation of securities, and the ripple effects of economic disruptions caused by the mobilization of troops. 6. Role of central banks. Central banks became critical actors in stabilizing national economies during the war. Bankers collaborated with governments to manage currency fluctuations, control inflation, and ensure the financial viability of their nations amid the strains of war. 7. Financial diplomacy. Behind the scenes, bankers engaged in financial diplomacy, attempting to mitigate the economic fallout of the conflict. Negotiations between financial institutions across enemy lines sometimes transcended the hostilities on the battlefield, reflecting the complex and intertwined nature of global finance. 8. Bankers and war bonds. The sale of war bonds became a primary mechanism for governments to raise capital. Bankers spearheaded campaigns to encourage citizens to invest in these bonds, framing it as a patriotic duty. The success of such initiatives depended on the trust and confidence that the public placed in financial institutions. 9. Bankers in wartime service. Many bankers found themselves serving in various capacities during the war. Some took on roles in financial administration for their respective governments, while others provided expertise in economic strategy and fiscal policy. 10. Post-war reconstruction. As the war neared its end, bankers faced the monumental task of post-war reconstruction. The war's financial legacy lingered as economies struggled to recover, and bankers played a central role in navigating the challenges of rebuilding nations devastated by the conflict. The outbreak of World War I profoundly impacted the financial world, transforming bankers into key players in a conflict that reshaped the geopolitical landscape. From mobilizing capital for war efforts to navigating the complexities of international finance during a global conflict, bankers faced unprecedented challenges. Their perspectives offer a unique lens through which to understand the intricacies of the war's financial dimensions and the lasting impact it had on the world economy.